Hello, good evening, viewers, and welcome to this special program on YTV Damaturu as we celebrate World Engineering Day. I am Abdul Aziz Muhammad Shehu. Today, we are focusing on the theme Unleashing the Power of Engineers to Advance the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. Joining me here are three distinguished leaders of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, Damaturu branch. Let's meet our guests and explore their insight on the critical role engineers play in achieving sustainable development. From my right side first.
That's right.
Our viewers will like to know who you are.
Okay. Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Engineer Ali Usabo, Chairman, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Damaturu branch.
And next to him is
Engineer Adamu Musa Bulama, Assistant Technical Secretary, Damaturu branch.
Then on my left side,
Engineer Hawasule Mamudo, Treasurer of the branch.
You are all welcome and thank you for joining me in this special program.
Thank you very much.
Here we are highlighting that the goal or the theme of this year's celebration says unleashing the power of engineers to advance the sustainable development goals. We are focusing mainly on the impact engineers made in sustainable development, especially in Yobe State. First of all, can you share some engineering experience with us, being the chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers?
Well, once again, may I say good afternoon again. Let me start by even introducing this day. 4th of March 2025 is a day set aside to celebrate engineering. So we call it World Engineering Day. This is the day UNESCO set aside. Engineers are celebrated, knowing fully well that the world over, everywhere is engineering. They came together to make sure that impact of engineering is felt all over the world. Not only that, you yourself, when you look around, left, right, you can see that everywhere is engineering. So they have every reason to set this day aside to celebrate engineering. That is why the world over, this day is being celebrated. In Nigeria, as I'm talking to you now, programs are ongoing. In Abuja, the national president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, right now, she's doing one function or another, ranging from award of scholarships, science exhibitions, and what have you, to mark this day at our own level, local level, so to say, the Damaturu branch. We decided to come on air first and foremost to tell the world or to tell the state that the branch is existing and we are following suit in celebrating this day, 4th of March 2025, as the World Engineering Day.
Okay, thank you very much, the chairman. And now, how do you think engineers can contribute to achieving, the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, with the center of this year's theme? I mean, Engineer Adamu Musa Bulama.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to say a word or two on this. So talking about development, human development is a continuous activity And technology plays a very vital role in development human perspectives. As Engineer Liu Sabo, my chairman, just said, that engineering is everywhere, starting from the communication instrument that we are using today, the facility we are in to record this particular activity, going to our transportation system. You can mention anything when it comes to human development. To sustain this development, engineers can never be left aside. They must be part of it because we need a system that ensures safety and efficiency of these services. So therefore, engineers are very vital to this, and engineers are playing their role in every aspect of life to sustain development in the whole world.
Okay. You have made mention of some areas whereby engineers contribute meaningfully that aid the achievement of sustainable development goals in Nigeria. And you know, as we know, whenever you confront or you set your face towards a particular direction, you are likely to encounter some challenges. So before I go to that, I don't know whether the chairman will have something to add. Okay.
As he said earlier on, engineers has a vital role to play. Certainly, we need to abide by the code. We have code, we have rules and regulation of implementation. And sometimes the contractors are biased. They compromise things. When you insist on implementing the right thing at the right time, they sideline you. If you go around, you will see so many houses falling. It's not that the engineers are not doing their work, no. But they are being sidelined. And not only being sidelined, the contractors or the builders are not even compromising to the advice or are not adhering to the advice given by the engineers on what to do and how to do and when to do and where to do. So these are the things that need to be observed and looked into seriously to avoid further damages.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Hawasile Mamudo. Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
you
please.
have had Engineer Adam Bulama
Yes.
highlighting some contribution of the engineering society
That's
to
right.
achievement of SDGs.
Yes.
So also, as I opened the door for identifying challenges,
Yes.
Engineer Hawa also brought the issue of contractors not adhering to the rule of the, constructions and so on.
Yes.
So what do you have to add or to clarify on both?
Yes, I would like to, like she said, like she rightly said, quite okay. Yeah, contractors are the major problems of all the job, be it anything, cutting corners. You know, they don't want to involve engineers right from the onset, right from the scratch. I hope you are getting me right. All they want to do is to cut corners. Cutting corner meaning that you don't want people to know maybe some of the things you will be doing, or you don't get distracted along the line. And it's all about what financial benefit. So all we've been doing is to advocate this to people that quality assurance is very, very important. I strongly advise every contractor, when you are opportunity to be contracted anything to, you try and then get proper people involved right from the scratch, so that you don't come back to lament, you don't come back to regret, you don't come back to lose money, you don't come back to say, to shift blame to anybody. When you start something from the groundwork, you are with proper people, engineers, administrators, or what have you, especially engineers, all facets, you find out that things will go well with you. But when you don't do that, believe you me, you are coming back to say to shift blame in any way. So strongly I advise contractors, when opportunity to get anything doing, let them adhere to specifications, personnel. Then government also should equally address the contractors. Use so and so professionals.
Okay, by this explanation,
Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
you are pointing out clearly that involvement of engineers at the initial stage of a project is very vital
Very, very vital.
in addressing many challenges and also ensuring quality.
It will curtail all failures we can talk about. Anything with the name failure will not occur when you involve them, because they know what they are doing. They are registered. They are serving their names. They don't want anything to do with setback.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now I'm going back to Engineer Adamu Sabulama. Can you please share a successful project or initiative led by engineers in Yobe State that has positive impact on the community?
Obviously, there are a lot of initiatives and projects that benefit the citizens of Yobe State. If you look around, you will see that Ministry of Works is everywhere, building roads, which is transportation to general public in rural and urban settings. Coming to, for example, Ministry of Water Resources, or all the water related agencies, recently you will see a lot of activities going on, construction of new facilities, continuation of the Damaturu Regional Water Supply Project, conversion of solar motorized our diesel engines into solar powered schemes to make these facilities environmentally friendly using renewable energy. These are initiatives that are coming from the government, and engineers on top of this implementation, and they are doing their best to ensure that the common man enjoys what the government has provided. You will also see that individuals are also building houses for themselves in a lot of communities, which is making life easy for them. These are all engineering contributions, and these are successes that has to be attributed to engineers. Thank you.
Yeah, if I may add,
No.
we have, like he rightly said, works, water resources. Now, when you go to REB, Rural Electrification Board, you have cream of engineers, starting from design to finish. You find them all over rural, erecting poles, connecting what have you, to make sure that rural community benefit in terms of electricity. They are all done by electrical engineers, domicile in the REB. When you go to Agric, you find most of us engineers there doing their work in the proper way, be it irrigation and water flow, advisory position in any project, you find them. But the good thing is that when you don't involve them, they don't come. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. At this point, how do you see the collaboration of engineers with policy makers and other stakeholders to advance sustainable development in Nigeria, particularly in your state?
The collaboration between the engineers and the policymakers is so cordial. So cordial in the sense that whatever we see that is a little bit distracting, we advise them immediately, either by way of writing or by way of courtesy calls. We advise them first, let them take measures to curtail anything that will result into failure.
Okay, if I get you right, you made mention of, you cited an example with the Yobe State Ministry of Works, how it involves, engineers, even at the initial stages of projects. So how do you rate that of individuals? Your statement indicates that the government seems to involve engineers more in its projects than individuals with projects. For instance, if I want to construct a mansion, it is my own private project, I say. People with similar projects like this, do they involve engineers right from the initial stage as the government or the policy makers do?
It depends.
Thank you very much.
It depends. You cannot just expect an engineer to just work for you like that without you inviting him. Not only inviting him, you have to give him the data for him to analyze before he even make a sketch of what you're supposed to have. And from the sketching, that is where the work starts. Either in diameter, in centimeter, in millimeter, or whatever. The quality and the quantity. That is where the work starts. So if the government invites you for that, you will do it. If an individual equally invites you to do that for him, you can equally do it. But people are shunning away those rules or those ethics, and they are paying for it. Either health-wise or material-wise.
Yes, in addition to what my senior engineer just said, regarding your question, it's obvious actually that government involves engineers more than individuals. Because individuals, I believe, some of them, they don't even know who is an engineer. Anybody they see with a trowel going around with shovels, they think is an engineer. They will just ask him to come and start construction. And you will see a lot of buildings with huge cracks, even to the level of falling on people to kill or make serious injuries. So I believe government involve engineers more than individuals, but even on the government side, we actually want to see more improvements to involve engineers right from the design, right from the conception, through the implementation up to the point of use of that facility. Engineers should be on top of all this management. Thank you.
If a site is being supervised or inspected by an engineer, you will definitely see the difference in concrete mixing. Instead of sandcrete, you will see a concrete. When you touch the wall, you will see that some particles are falling. So those particles that are falling, you call it sandcrete, not concrete. The cement are not even enough to give you the required mix for the required pillar or whatever that you want to have.
Okay, now what is the expectation for the members of the public? Because I observe that somebody like me, after saving some amount of money, I decide to build a house. You find out that from the initiation of that project up to the completion, I do not engage any engineer, no architect, no any other professional. Okay, what call or advice, or how do you think this can be addressed briefly?
Well, the proper advice is this: let everybody, be it private, government, look for engineers. When you look for engineers, believe me, you will not regret. You have no anything to do with setback at all. You will not lose money. Because, for example, when you reach lintel level, for example, with quacks and problems occur, what happens? They are going back to square one. But with engineers, there will be maybe probably soil testing. What grade of road are you going to use? The cement, the sand, the gravel, and what have you. The curing, the mixing design. When the supervising engineer I would not allow anything to do with setback in that aspect. So you find yourself moving without any fear. But so strongly, I advise both private and public to involve the proper personnel. When I say engineers, not engineers cannot do everything in a given project. Let there be involvement of proper personnel. Then you find out that success is around the corner.
Okay, what do you think what role can engineers play in addressing the infrastructural challenges in your state, such as road networks, water supply and agriculture and what have you? What role can engineers play to address the infrastructural challenges of infrastructure in your states?
A lot. When you say an engineer, it's not just a name. We have different categories of engineers that specialize in various fields that can deal and handle with any case that comes their way. So whenever there is a project, consult those concerned first. Consultancy solves the problem. If you don't consult the right person, how can you get the right output? There is no way. And the public too has to be aware of the importance of involving a consultant or an engineer in your project to avoid waste of resources, to avoid loss of lives and time.
Yeah, engineer, I have got your point. You emphasize the need for consultancy.
Of course, yes.
Which is very vital indeed. But let me also direct this to the chairman. As the leader of an association of engineers, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE.
Yes, please.
She has highlighted the need for especially consultancy. Make sure that for any project you consult the right professionals so that you will not end up without achieving the desired goal. So what is the Nigerian Society of Engineers and other partners? You engineers have various associations and unions. What do you do to ensure that these things are addressed? To ensure that people understand the need for them to involve all of these professionals so that quality will be assured.
Yes. The Society of Engineers, or let me say my branch, collaborates with other bodies, NIOB, and what have you, all other bodies, other technical bodies, whenever there's a problem somewhere, we invite them. We go there together, brainstorm, come up with a solution most of the time. The consultancy she's talking about, she's right on track. People run away from consultancy. The amount of fee you pay for consultancy, people run away from it, not knowing that saves you a lot of money and time, material, and what have you. Name even. Maybe people may think that consultancy, the charges for consultancy is much. It's not much compared to what you lose if you don't involve them. That's all about consultancy. But other bodies, we collaborate with them always, either by phone calls or what have you. In case there's any problem, we go together to see how we can come up with a very vital solution.
And in the other way around, the branch and my manager and my chairman is ever ready to have a program to enlighten the society on the need for the society to involve engineers in their daily lives, because engineers saves lives, saves time, saves resources, and whatever you may think of. Yeah, so how you give us that time to do that?
Okay, inshallah, we'll try to ensure that you get the chance and we give you that cooperation so that every of your enlightenment program will be ensured. Thank you very much. Now back to Engineer Adam Musa. What initiatives or programs can be implemented to promote STEM education and encourage more young people to pursue the engineering career?
Yes, thank you so much. This question came at the right time because my chairman and myself, an engineer coming here, is one step towards ensuring that younger people who aspire to become engineers on the air to see us, to also appreciate. We have other activities like the Engineering Week. It's being organized every year. We go to schools to enlighten young prospective students on career guidance on how to become an engineer. And then we explain to them what they need to become an engineers so that they will prepare themselves ahead of time. So we have a lot of activities like that.
Okay, as the time is not in our favor, as we celebrate the World Engineering Day today, the 4th of March 2025, can you discuss briefly some importance of continuous professional development for engineers in staying up to date with the latest technologies and innovations, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, day by day, you find out that engineering innovations are just on the increase and they are still counting. So you find those watching or who are on the verge of maybe retiring, going out, I advise every worker to train those behind him. Proper training. Give your subordinate a very good training. The subordinate, I say your subordinate, somebody who is subjected to you, give him a very proper training. Update him so that he can maybe step into your shoes, so to say. By that, you find an updated system going on. And then everything to do with engineering innovations, maybe new innovations, will not be a problem to that person you train because he has been on the job for long.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to our guests for sharing their expertise and insights with us today. Viewers, as we celebrate the World Engineering Day, let's remember the power of engineers to shape our future and advance sustainable development. We hope our discussion today has inspired and informed our audience. Thank you for watching YTV Damaturu. Goodbye.